Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Leal, and we have the moon going through Pisces since yesterday. And tomorrow it is going to move already to Aries. So when the moon is in Pisces, we could have a lot of sensitivity, both creative, as much as this permeability with the environment, with the energy of other people that are surrounding us. So people that have this moon in their natal chart, or this tendency to absorb energy from the environment, it is very important to recognize what is contributing to find their center, what help them to do that, and to reinforce boundaries. Very, very important with moon in Pisces. And well, we could have this openness to emotionality, but also at times this could be overwhelming, considering the tensions that we have in the sky right now. Yesterday, the square between the Sun in Taurus and Pluto in Aquarius was perfected. And now we are going to the exact transit of the opposition between Mars in Leo and Pluto in Aquarius. But anyways, this is this you have to see this energy of transformation as a big purge that goes until the full moon in Scorpio in the middle of May. I'm going to explain this better from the transits. We are closing a big cycle that started at the end of October, beginning of November, and goes until now with the oppositions between Mars and Pluto. I did a video last year talking about this. You can find it in the reproduction list. And well, this is about dealing with the discomfort so we can action looking for a higher expression of freedom for the soul through creations, through directions, decisions that are aligned with that. And at the same time, there are parts of ourselves that are dying in the symbolic way. If we could practice to let go of control, and I know that this is something very, very hard these days, but it is a practice that actually helps. If we can allow ourselves to do that, we are also enabling the connection with this inner strength to do this process, because the same intensity that Pluto has to destroy obsolete aspects, because everything that Pluto takes, it was obsolete already. This is a high intensity force to be reborn either. And coming back to this moment, the moon right now, when I am doing this video, it is connecting with Saturn and Venus in Pisces. They perfected their conjunction today too. This is going to continue in effect for a few more days. And I wanted to remind you that this is the third one they are doing since their first encounter in January because of the retrogradation of Venus. So notice how we have another aspect that is also marking a closure. Despite a new moon is a moment of beginning, we are seeing something for the next 6 months. But therefore, we have to close also all the cycles. And beyond the form that this could take, I did a lot of transmissions talking about this aspect, this particular aspect. This is setting very important basis, because everything is exalted because of the presence of the North Node there. That is the direction of growth. The North Node in Pisces is telling us here is the energy that you need to integrate in order to evolve, not only as individuals, but also as a collective, as a society. So these bases are evolving right now. This maturity in relationships, sustaining ourselves in what represent self-love, not only for us, also a responsible attitude with other people, understanding responsibility for learning to recognize our own boundaries, to respect them, and to respect that of the others, with our mistakes and consequences, because we know that this is a process. This is a process. Recognizing our own boundaries, it is a process. And it is also a topic of Venus and Saturn, to learn to give value, Venus, and structure, Saturn, to our creative capacity, to the things that are inspiring us, so we can use them as a resource for the path. Inspiration is a topic linked with biases too. So I know how challenging this could be for some people, to commit with those things, and to really cultivate it, because there are a lot of people in this world. I can include myself in this, that grew up without these tools, without a support system that helped them to construct those values and to recognize the love towards themselves. And there, we just have to learn to generate all of that in in autonomy. I don't know if this word exists, but this is the word that I need right now. I think it exists. So we have to recognize that all that learning of enabling this coherent connection with oneself is to connect better with the others, with the people that we can really accompany right now, or when life is determining that. It is to know how to share and to receive, to create new agreements when we have differences. It is also to create or to connect with sustenance from the things that are actually inspiring us. So everything that we are learning and developing is eventually to share it, because we cannot produce that emptying that enables to continue to receive light through different channels. The entire universe is a circuit of energy, and that involves ourselves, because we are part of the universe, of course. So coming back to the topic of relationships, the ones that we can sustain in time, beyond the intention of building something in the long term, with a friendship, with with a lover, or whatever thing this involves, because relationships are many things. They are able to be sustained not because we are thinking in time itself. It is because the parties involved are really committed with their own values, and they can share that with the other. It is because they learned to know themselves, because they are learning to know themselves and to respect the things that cannot be negotiated and the ones that can, because because relationships require flexibility. Vínculos, I was about to talk in Spanish. This is the gift. Flexibility is the gift of the mutable signs. Therefore, Pisces contains this too, of course. But it is different learning to flow with the circumstances, being flexible, to keep ourselves in the soft deceit in spaces in which it is not possible to grow. There, we are choosing, probably unconsciously, to perpetuate suffering, right now or eventually. And sometimes I know it is necessary to go through those experiences to learn. There is no judgment with that, with our own path. The mind is the one that usually makes the judgments. But when we know how to say no to those things, even if it's painful in some cases, because pain could coexist with coherent decisions too, we are opening the doors for everything that is possible, evolutionary, and of plenitude for the soul. And as a last comment, tomorrow with the moon in Aries, the moon is going to connect with Neptune and then with Mercury. We usually have this high energy, but remember that the moon is responding to Mars, its regent. Mars is in attention with Pluto, so it is quite important to breathe before reacting, before exploding in situations, basically to contribute with our own lives and that of the others. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.